What's up, word warriors? It's your girl Jazz, aka the Story Maestro, and today's video is about what is an ideal approach to storytelling. In my opinion, it's connection, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why. So the reason I think connection is a great way to approach storytelling is simply because of the fact that it invokes reader engagement. When you have reader engagement, you invoke emotions and relativity, and with those two, you are going to either want the reader, or the reader is going to want to finish your book or want more books from you. Those are the top two things that we want from our audiences, because if they want more from us, we can give them more, and that excites us because we're authors, right? Or specifically you, because I'm talking to you. Anyway, with emotions and relativity, we are then invoking responses, therefore creating unforgettable experiences. Note, I did not say good experiences, I said unforgettable. I want to mention the fact that it may not be great simply because of the fact that you may leave your reader feeling sad. I.e., I just finished Monday's Not Coming. I never knew what to expect from the book. I just saw that it was like a young adult, whatever. I seen that everybody read it. And then it's by Tiffany. I love Tiffany. I already read some of her books. So I'm like, okay, fine, why not? I did not expect to be sad throughout that story. I did not expect for it to get to the climax that it did. All in all, great experience in the way of, wow, somebody can really transform a story, but also a not so great experience because of what the story was and what it represented. So at the end of the day, but it's creating an unforgettable experience, but you are going to go through several emotions, and that's okay. You don't want your reader to just feel flat and just feel happy all the time or just be mad all the time, because even in our own emotions, our readers, we don't want to overwhelm them. We don't want to overwhelm them with their emotions and none of the characters and stories' emotions. So we want everything to be balanced out. It's like, so that's really simple, right? An ideal approach to storytelling is connection. The question is, how can you get there, right? Let's say here's 3 ways to do it. So number 1, make it familiar. You might be writing a story where it's like rags to riches, or the chosen one, or just an adventure in a whole new world, but it's something that's going to invoke interest in your audience, because they're going to want to pick up something that they've kind of seen before, but at the same time with your spin on it, because you're already giving your blurb, like, this is what it's going to be with this character, and this is who this character is, but this is where it's taking place, or this is what it's going to be. You want your reader to say, that sounds interesting, kind of sounds like this, or, and that doesn't necessarily have to sound like something that they read before, but maybe just like a glimmer of like, I've experienced something like this and I want some more of that. Here's a really important one. Identify your connection portal. Is your audience going to connect with your characters? Is it going to be an event that happens to your characters? Is it going to be the world? Is it going to be the romance? Is it going to be what your characters are fighting for, like the revolution of the world? Where will they connect the most? Because that's when you can really grab them in. Because more than likely they're going to be able to relate to it. Is it going to be like unfairness, inequality, or inequality? Is it going to be romance? Are they like just kind of swooning and they want to feel that, that gushy, bubbly love? Is it going to be, they can, or even, friends to enemies, because everybody don't start off as lovers, right? What is your connection portal? When you can grasp that, you'll be able to identify how you are going to use that specific thing to really reel them in, while everything else is just going to add on to it. Of course, your overall theme. What is it going to be? Is it going to be this person is finding true love? Are they going to solve a murder mystery? Are they going to come into being the chosen one? What is it all gonna, are they gonna, not even necessarily that, because that's back to number 1 with, interest. So more so, not necessarily that they're the chosen one, but is it going to be courage? Because there are so many chosen one themes, like the Hunger Games, where Katniss did not want to be the chosen one. She didn't want to be the Mockingjay. She was like, get this away from me. I just want things to be better. However, she was courageous enough, brave enough, and had enough passion, and I guess you could say passion for change, to want to step into that role, because she didn't want to at first. Once she got all that, once she got the courage, once she had the drive, that's where it is. Because we all know that our themes are underlined. They're all in between the lines. They're not going to be just, oh, Katniss is brave. No, we saw that Katniss was brave. We read that she was. We read with things that she did. So what is it going to be about your story that's really going to grasp your characters? And I think that's when you can really insert that into the blurb. But You have to know how to do it, but that's another video. So number 2, I would say writing style. Writing style may seem like far-fetched or not even in the same realm, but you connect with your readers through the way that you speak. For instance, in the story Beloved by Toni Morrison, we all know that this took place like what, in early 1900s, maybe 1800s. We know that black people were free in America. However, we know that they were newly free. So the dialect in Black America definitely was different. You had to adjust to how they speak. You had to adjust to how the ways of the world was. There's a lot of adjustment going on before the readers can dive into it, right? And we all say that before. You know that video where it's like we're trying to catch on to the fantasy, and it's like a million years before we're like, oh, okay, this is what's going on, because you're diving into a new world. That's exactly what that is, because of possibly the writing style. So not only the writing style of when it takes place, but where it takes place, because even if it happened so long ago in history, it could have been on a whole new world, like, or a whole new place. Like, what if they were in Asgard with Thor? We don't know how long ago that was for them and where their history takes place, but even then, you got a where situation, because here they are in the present day, still sounding like they are in ancient Europe ancient Europe. They're in historic, like a probably Renaissance Europe, with the way that they speak, like Shakespearean type. So writing style because of when and where, but it does connect, because if you're doing something simple as Breaking Bad, it's present day. They're in New Mexico, 2000s. It's easy to catch on to, not too much to, find your way. Instant connection, because we know where New Mexico is. We know when it is. We know what's going on in the world. Boom, already a connection. So the connection can be very simple as just being in the day and age that we're in now, because we already know what's going on in today's world. So the 3 things that you can do to really help your readers connect with your story. Number 1, area of interest. They have to be interested in something. What is it? Rags to riches. Again, chosen one. What is it going to be? Number 2, writing style, because when and where does matter, because if it is not within the same world as us, or even in the same time frame, there is going to be an adjustment for your reader, and you have to give them a minute to be able to adjust in order to really catch on to your story. Not to say that it's impossible and that you should always write modern day, but if you give them enough to massage their way into it, maybe within the first page or 2, they'll really be able to get there. Those are 3 great ways to use connection as an ideal approach to storytelling. If you like this video, go ahead and click like and share it. Please subscribe. I do want to do more of these, and I hope to see you guys soon. What's your ideal approach to storytelling? Drop it in the comments. Talk to you guys soon.